You're right to say that PATRIZIA is known for residential, or was known for residential. From the 14 billion we are managing, about only half of it is residential and the rest is commercial. As far as France is concerned, looking for residential is a little bit tricky because it happens that our clients, we have funds that invest in residential, but their risk-return profile is more on the value side, and this is not very easy to do that in France. So our focus in France is more offices primarily. And also it's a question of our stage of development in the country. We focus on the sector which is the most important in the market. But there are other sectors that are quite interesting, like, for example, logistics. You've seen big transactions in the recent months or years, portfolio transactions. Obviously, Blackstone was very active. And that's what's interesting in the French market. You have the whole range of strategies that you can need, from core to opportunistic, as Diane said. And so there is something for everyone, I would say, in the market.
The office market is going very well in terms of investment. In terms of lettings, we see that there's still some issues to find tenants and to attract tenants. So the letting market is challenging. So in terms of performance, there is a question mark about offices. Logistics, if you are in the right location, I think it's definitely an asset class that is performing well. Unfortunately, a lot of competition on this asset class, and we see, it's probably one of the asset class where we see some premium when a portfolio is trading compared to offices or other asset class. Shopping center in France, we know that there are some very large players that are really doing the market. There might be some opportunities sometimes to step into their shoes, or we saw some transaction. Unibail is selling quite a lot in France today, so there might be some opportunities. But once again, in terms of performance, they are usually mature assets. So I would say, in my view, residential, I think the market is challenging. The return in France is low. And in terms of expectation in capital value in the French environment, I think there is a question mark. And with the new laws coming, we know that it's a quite difficult sector for the time being. We need some clarification on what the residential market will do. So I would say probably logistics is one of the assets where they still have some potential. We also like alternative assets like nursing home, student accommodation, this type of data centers. They are new on the market, but we believe that there is some interesting cash flows attached to this asset and less competition compared to the other asset class.